ladies. Welcome. You have to slice them pretty thin.
I was going to say, it looks like maybe 2 servings, but what do I know?
Yeah. 21% fat and 30% of that is saturated fat.
Do you guys know what today's date is?
24th.
Okay, Devin changed that. Good job. He's on top of it, even though he waited till
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, he waited till the live started to go to the bathroom. Okay, so we would like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live. It is
24th.
September 24th. We are Fabric Chicks in Gardnerville, Nevada, by South Lake Tahoe, Carson City, Reno area. As always, I'm just gonna stop making excuses. We just run around like chickens with our heads cut off. I know, good visual from I'm a farm girl, okay? So that was literally what we grew up with.
Well, that's the best description of what's been going on.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, the shop has been super busy, which we are super thankful for, but it doesn't leave Devin and I much time to get everything ready. So thank God Doris came in early and once again has collected trims for you guys. She did red trims today, it looks like. So we want to welcome you. If you're new to watching, we're going to show you some things are limited. If we only have one of something, we typically will do it as an auction so that whoever wants it the most can get it. We don't have to worry about who's the fastest typer because sometimes we don't have any control over the internet. So we want to welcome everybody. Hey, Mary Lou and Victor and Susan and Jennifer and Elaine and Brenda and Stephanie and Jenny and Terracotta and Chu. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. And I want to just start off with, as soon as Devin's ready to move the camera, I want to start off with a super huge thank you. We always love it when you guys come to visit us and we actually get to meet you person face to face and we get to know you. Then you really become a part of our family. So Sharon Weber came up from Fresno yesterday. It was so exciting. She actually brought us 30 of the purses for the girls in Zambia. So I just want to show you those real quick. We actually have, Phyllis dropped some off and Sharon dropped off 30 and then Lori also dropped off some. So we have, I'm just going to show you what good work you guys do. I mean, I am pretty impressed. These are, Phyllis posted these ones. You know, anything Phyllis does has to have a chicken or a hen in it, a rooster or a hen or some kind of fowl. So those are Phyllis's. And then Lori did some, she added some wool and yo-yos, but super bright and cheerful. I think the girls are going to be very happy with these. So just kind of a quick snap. If you're not familiar with this, we're doing purses here. We'll keep showing them to you. I'll have Doris keep showing them to you so I can tell you about it. So we joined with So Powerful, and you can go to www.sewathon, SEWATHON, sewathon.org, and you can join as an individual and then join the Quilt Show Reno team because, you know, I'm kind of competitive and we love to win. And you guys are not letting us down at all. Like, we've got embroidery. We've got, look at those happy suns. I mean, you guys went way out. You guys went above and beyond what I ever expected. And I am so grateful that you guys are a part of us. So you don't have to take them all out because then we're just going to have to take them all, put them all back in. But you can get an idea here. Look at how cute. So Sharon used the ribbon and then just put some kind of a bias on it or something. She backed it with something to give it some stability, but she just used the regular ribbon that we are always selling. Some of them are thicker and wider. if you dig deep enough in your stash, you've got all the supplies to do this. So I know that the sew-a-thon is just for the month of September because it's National Sewing Month, but you can actually make purses all year long. So if you're not familiar with the cause, the girls in Zambia are not allowed to go to school during the week of their period. So, so not only are we providing purses, but if you donate funds, it costs $10 a year to keep a girl in all the reusable supplies that she needs so that she can continue to go to school. So I think it's just our small little effort of making the world a better place. So if you want more information on that, you can always give us a call to the number that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Or you can go to sopowerful.org and all the information's there. And just so you know, in case you didn't jump on the bandwagon and you don't have time to do it within the next week or so, I don't even know how many weeks are left in September. 6 days left in September. I guess I should pay my monthly taxes. 6 days. I don't know. Time just flies by. But if you didn't get any purses done in September, you can. It continues all year long, so you can make purses all year long. It's kind of something. Once you make one, the first one I hear is kind of frustrating and a little bit challenging. Once you figure it out, though, they're super quick and easy to throw together. So, so it is something you can do all year long. And of course, if you have any extra money, like skip Starbucks today and you can keep a girl in school all year. So that is my little preaching of that.
Now, are they going to be a booth at Quilt Show Reno?
Yes, they are.
So they could take the purses to Quilt Show Reno and hand deliver them to their booth.
Yes, that is so true. So they are going to have a booth in Reno at Quilt Show Reno, June 11th through the 13th. And they actually are going to be doing a make and take, I believe. I heard through the grapevine. They'll be doing a make and take in their booth. So you're going to want to make sure you stop by, say hello. Make one, then you end up with 120 of them. Oh my gosh, Victor, we may win just because of you. 120 purses. That's insane, but I love it. Sue, don't take your eyes off the road, okay? Pay attention to the road. Sometimes you worry me with your driving home after work. So that is that. We do have some classes coming up, so I want to remind you. We do have a long arm class. If you're local and you want to learn how to use the long arm so that you can rent it, we have a Novas, and you can. Hi, Sharon and Steven, Stan and Faith. It's good to see you guys again. You can rent the long arm. So all you have to do is take this certification class. You can work on fabric that we provide, or you can work on your own stuff. That's kind of up to you. But really, in the certification class, you're going to learn how to use the pantograph. You're going to learn how to do free motion. You're going to learn how to load your quilts, all that stuff. So the class is coming up. Do you remember the date for the certification class?
29th.
September 29th. So it's right around the corner. So if you want to do the long arm certification so you can rent out our long arms, just contact us and we'll get you signed up. Okay, so we are going to show you a bunch of things just like this. So we have a bedazzled panel class coming up November 14th from 10 to 3. If you want to take the class, you can just type in S26. If you want just the panel that I'm going to show you, which is very beautiful, you can type in S27. So anything we show you this afternoon, all you have to do is type in SS. It's you saying you want to purchase it, and the number, and then how many of them you want. So if you want 6 of these panels for you and your girlfriends, just type in S26 and then just put 6. So S26 is the class, S27 is the panel. And then I'm going to show you, we did turn the lights off in here, but I want to just show you real quick what this looks like bedazzled. So come here and Devin will show you up here what it looks like bedazzled. So we do a lot of silks. We do wash away with fibers and crazy things. We do just all kinds of organza. And then these little berries here are actually stuffed. That's why I have the little one here on the side so I can demo it. But those are stuffed little berries. And then here you can pick, in this class, you can pick any of the bedazzled panels you want to do. So this is one of the big frond, I believe irises, but don't quote me on what flower that is because I'm not positive. And then this is one of the people in the class is going to be bedazzling. Well, nobody knows because the panel is not, I didn't replace the panel after I showed it. But basically, it's a big version of this. I think this is a small little fat quarter of it. I'll show you on Monday, but you can always cut the panels down and bedazzle them into pillows if you want it, if you don't want to do the whole panel. So like this is another one that would be great to bedazzle. That's a really fun one to bedazzle. We've done it before. We've even cut out the big motifs and then sewn them onto canvas. So lots of different ideas that you can do with the beautiful artwork that's in the panels already. You can just add your little touch. So that is what bedazzling is. So we do have kits. If you want the kit, S28 is $45. Jenny was never able. So Jenny, you have to put it into your cart. You have to go to sopowerful.org or sewathon.org, and you have to put the purse into your cart, and you have to check out just like you're going to pay for it, but it does not ask you for any credit card information. So you have to go and download it. Perfect, Victor. Thank you. You're dripping all over.
Obviously.
So if you want the kit, S28 is $45, and that includes the panel and the stabilizer and all of the embellishments that we used on ours. So S28 is $45. S28 is $45. And then the other class we have coming up, it's $50 for the class. It's 3 days. So it's going to be September 29th from 5 to 7:30, October 27th from 5 to 7:30, and then November 15th from 10 to 3. Because I want to make sure that you get it completely finished. I don't want it to be another UFO. So it includes, the $50 includes all the kits for the vegetables. So this is the quick kit for the squash. And this is what the squash looks like already made up. So we've got corn, we've got cabbage and tomatoes. This one's my favorite, peas. And then there is a cornucopia that it goes into. So I don't actually have that part. I'm hoping that Becky gets it done for a sample so I can show you. So if you want to join the veggies, it is September 29th, October 27th from 5 p.m. to 7:30, and then November 15th from 10 to 3. And you make all of these veggies. So a bunch of fruits and vegetables coming out of the cornucopia. So fun, quick, kind of a crafty class, kind of mindless. You don't have to worry about fabrics because that's all provided in the fee. Definitely, Victor, you can post it in the Stitch Along group. Hey, Suzette, how are you? And then Virginia Robertson. So if you're not familiar, I know sometimes I take it for granted that everybody knows how to use fusibles, but there are still a lot of you out there that don't, or you've kind of are self-taught, or maybe you've only used Wonder Under because that was the very first fusible we had back in the day. So there's lots of new tips and tricks and ways to use fusibles. Virginia is going to be demoing, so you don't actually make these in the class. The class is only an hour. It's only $15, but you're going to learn so many tips and tricks from Virginia. So if you want to do the stacked pumpkins or the cornucopia, Virginia is going to be demoing those two quilt techniques. Well, you can do the stacked pumpkins as a table runner also. So This is October 6th, so you can get it done in time for the fall season. October 6th at 9 a.m. The class, which you do get the recording for via Zoom, is $15. And then the patterns for the stacked pumpkins is 1101. 1101. And then the cornucopia, which is, I just love cornucopias. I'm not sure why, but S22. So S22 is the cornucopia. S1011 is for the stacked pumpkins. And then the other class we've got quite a few classes coming up, which is kind of surprising because I swore we weren't going to do any more classes. But then I feel like I'm not in touch with you guys. So I feel like we got to do classes. So the other class Virginia Robertson is doing is October 20th, 9 a.m. It's usually 9 to 10. And it is S23 for $15. And she's going to demo the leaf hot pad. It's got Insulbright in it, but just using up your scraps, and the pumpkin. So she's going to demo quick and easy ways to do these. She's literally done like probably thousands of these because she sells them. Here's another leaf shape with coasters. So super fun and easy. The pattern is S21 for $11.95. And then if you want to sign up for the class, October 20th, S23 for $15. Good, Stephanie. It's like, I feel like it's the only time I actually get to like see you guys. Okay, so then I want to, this is a kit we have. It is super cute. My frame broke, so you just have to imagine these are both in cute little frames. So these are done on burlap, but they're flannel and a tiny bit of wool. And I think it's all flannel. But we have it kitted up for you. So if you want something quick and easy to get ready, so you always have some hand stitching to do, these are the perfect projects. We have, even the frames are in there. So literally everything except for the thread is in there. And in the kit, you get the Happy Jack pattern and the little pumpkin head. So all of this is in the kits. And we are also throwing in today, if you buy the kit for $29.95, S30 for $29.95, you will get a link for Doris's applique class for free. So Doris's applique class is every third Monday of the month. So October 20th from 11 to 1. The class is free. We send you the Zoom link, and then you can work on these. We'll give you tips and tricks on how to use fusible, and sometimes you don't even need to use fusible because your flannel or wool is thick enough. But I believe it's flannel in the kits. S30. S30. What date was Virginia Robertson's class going to be on? There's two of them, Jenny. We have the pot holders and we have the fusible. So the pot holder is October 20th. October 20th is for the pot holders, and October 6th is for the fusible, to learn how to do fusible for quilts, tote bags. Actually, once you learn how to do fusible, you can do it on jean jackets. You can literally do it on anything. And then if you just want the pumpkins, you don't want the kit, we have S117 for $4, S117 for $4 for little pumpkin head, and S118 is Happy Jack for $4. So super, super cute little quick projects. And then I want to tell you, because I feel like I'm so long-winded today. I went to the guild meeting, Carson Valley Quilt Guild, and they had a national speaker. And she was fantastic. I don't know, you know me, I've been around for so long, it's really hard to impress me, but she was entertaining. She was kind of like old school quilter, kind of like Virginia Robertson and Eleanor's era back in the day. But she was so fantastic, and I was smitten with her compass. So she does a mariner's compass, and we do have a book for it. But what she teaches you is how to draft your own patterns. So if you don't cut a perfect circle when you're drafting out your mariner's compass, you're going to get some points long, some points short. So this is like an amoeba, really kind of a shape that she did. And then when she drafted out her points, this is what happened. So you really create a one-of-a-kind mariner's compass. And so her books are, she said that she would do a Facebook interview for us and possibly quilt show Reno. I mean, she was that great that I would love to bring her back. I loved this Mariner's Compass. This one here, all out of gold lame and silver lame, and it's the light shines through, or wait, God is light and in him is no darkness at all. And what she did here, she made them in 4 sections, and then she put beads. So they're 4 separate quilts attached together with beads. It was so fascinating. Anyways, so that is my take on that. Hey, Joe Silva, it's good to see you. So if you want to learn about how to draft up your own Mariner's Compass, let's see, what happened to the number? Okay, hang on a second. I've been throwing it around so much, the number left. So let me get you a new number. If you want the Compass book, it's S133 for $20. S133 for $20 is the Compass book. And then she did another book, which I thought was fascinating. It's called Where Do I Start with Fiber Art? A Beginner's Guide to Playing with Fabric Design, Color, and Beads. So this one is, let me get that number out. And you can Google her, you can sign up. She still does a blog post every week. But like this was a challenge here. You want to tell the story of the otter?
No, go ahead. But I love the otter.
The otter was fantastic. So she was challenged for some display to do, I could read it here to tell you, but I'm going to give you the simplified version. It was a self-portrait, but you had to do yourself as an animal. So she said, don't ask your family and friends what kind of animal you are because you're not going to like the response. So she loves to take baths, and she loves to create. So she did herself as a sea otter in her bathtub, reading her Quilting Arts magazine. And then you had to frame it like it was a portrait. So that I thought was very, very creative. So she's got all different, this is what she did with upholstery fabrics. And she just has, I mean, the more she showed, the more I was like, oh my gosh, we could learn so much from her and her artwork. Like literally there wasn't anything that I wasn't inspired to say, oh my gosh, we might have to go make that. So the What Do I Start With Fiber Arts, A Beginner's Guide to Playing with Fabric, Design, Color, and Beads is S19. S19. And then Replique, this is Snuggle and Learn Quilts for Kids. So Snuggle and Learn Quilts for Kids. This is how to do, it's almost like reverse applique, but it's, you stencil out whatever you're going to do so you can get exact replicas of whatever you're doing. But it's without using fusible. So you save a lot of money there if you don't have to use fusible. And then you satin stitch it. So it's very unique. So like here, that's what it would look like if you did somebody's name. But it's kind of like reverse applique where you're putting the fabric on the back and then stitching it and then cutting the top away. Or cutaway work, sometimes people have called it. But just fun and kind of a different technique. You know, I love to learn different techniques and then incorporate them into everything that I'm doing. So this is Quilts for Kids. Really, it's letters and numbers and all kinds of things. S18 is $20. S18 is $20. And I sent her an email this morning. She just left for the airport yesterday to leave Nevada. She lives in Wisconsin. And so as soon as she's not jet lagged, I'm sure she'll respond. And then modular memory quilts is another one that I thought was a fantastic technique. So you can literally take your photos and turn them into paper piecing so that you can create buildings, you can create all kinds of fantastic things. And then she does incorporate also, so here she's got buildings that was a photo of something, and then she paper pieced every piece of it to create an exact replica, which is why she calls it replique. So fantastic. And then at the end, she actually does where you incorporate photos on fabric with your applique technique. So just a bunch of different ideas and different ways to do things. So S17 is $20. S17 is $20. The author is Chris Lynn Kirsch. So let me put it up close to you. Chris Lynn Kirsch. Chris Lynn Kirsch. And then you can follow her on let's see. Her website is Chris Quilts, CHRISQUILTS.net. And then she still has a blog. I don't really even know that many people that still have blogs. And she says she blogs every Sunday, no matter what. It's www.chrisquilts.net/blog. So here, I'll show it to you. You guys should always have pen and paper when we're going to go live, because you never know what kind of crazy stuff we're going to be showing you or talking about. So super fun, super, I was very inspired, and I literally, so she was wearing this crazy outfit when I first saw her, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so lame. She literally, but it was part of her whole lecture. So she's done like 3 different lectures, and with each lecture over the years, she has a different costume. And so this one that she's doing is her tales of her quilting journey. And so she did a tuxedo with quilt blocks, but then she had like quilt blocks hanging off her tuxedo back as tails. You have to really, she has to tell you because she's much better, but she had like a bow tie block for here. It was pretty creative, honestly. So that's our story with that. Okay, Phyllis is getting kind of bored, so we're just gonna start with trims here at Fabric Chicks. So if you're just popping on and you don't know what craziness we're doing here, we're gonna show you a bunch of items. Every item has a number. So this is S123, and it's 40 cents a yard. So if you want 3 yards, you just type in that you want S123, you want 3 yards, and then we'll get it in your basket. Stephanie, this year the teachers are already booked, but I did ask her if she would be willing to do a special exhibit in 2026 and then come and teach in 2027. So I'm hoping that she'll come teach and lecture in 2027. So S123 is a grosgrain red ribbon with black polka dots, 40 cents a yard. S123 is red with black polka dot grosgrain ribbon. S103 is some of that little rickrack with the glitter metallic. S103 is 69 cents a yard. And then here, we're going to just mark this one down. S122, although these would have been great purse straps. Let's just do $3 a yard today. $3 a yard. S122 is $3 a yard. It's a Renaissance ribbon. It's really beautiful. I don't know. Sometimes they're reversible. It is reversible. So you can use either side. You can get creative. You can have black roses or red roses, or you can get enough to do both. S122 is $3 a yard. Hey, Peggy, how are you? 122 is $3 a yard. And then we have red soccer balls. This is S121, 50 cents a yard. Here, we're going to make this because Devin loves to do this math. We're going to make this 25 cents a yard. So S121 is 25 cents a yard. It is a grosgrain ribbon with kind of glittery soccer balls. But if you turn it to the back side, you can use it as just a red ribbon. If you stitch down the sides, you can use it for key fobs. You can use it for all kinds of things. S121, 25 cents a yard. S121, 25 cents a yard. And then let's see. What else do we have here? We have Okay, we have S120 is a glittery ribbon, great for tying up Christmas packages. Here, we're gonna do another. We're gonna do so many sales today. You're not gonna know what to do with this. Regularly $225 a yard. Let's do $150 a yard today. S120. S120 is a beautiful red metallic-y, glittery ribbon. S120 is $1.50 a yard. If you're new to watching and you have any questions, you can always just type them in, and one of our regulars will be happy to answer you. S120 is $1.50 a yard. You can you can order if you miss any part of this because somebody knocks at your door or something. You can whoa, 45 cents a yard for this?
That's what it said.
Wow. Okay.
And so that is leather.
It is leather. So we have, I might need this for, somebody took one of my shoestrings out of one of my hiking boots. Was that you, Devin?
I needed a belt.
So I went, I was already running late. I woke up at 6:16 actually to meet my friends to hike at 6:30. I kept hitting the snooze button and then apparently I hit the off button. So I woke up, I had like 14 minutes to get dressed and get to the hiking spot. I was putting on I had one shoe all laced up and ready to go. I put the other one on and there was no damn laces. Like the laces they were gone. What?
I needed a belt.
Oh,
that's what.
A belt for what?
On pants.
My shoelace was big enough to go around your waist.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a book.
But where is it? Where is it now?
I think I threw it away. I just needed it for the day.
Well,
I just forgot a belt that day.
maybe you could remember to buy me new shoelaces. So, luckily, I had an extra pair of hiking boots in the motorhome. So, kids. I was getting ready to blame Bob the handyman because he's the only one that ever uses that bathroom.
That's why I have a box of extra shoelaces at home.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need. Who would borrow it for a belt?
My kids have done the same thing.
OMG. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. S124 is 45 cents a yard. 124 is 45 cents a yard, and it is leather.
And it's a nice maroon.
Yeah.
It's great for fringe, for all those.
Oh, you can make your own
You
fringe.
can make your own fringe out of it.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
you can
yeah.
sew right onto it and make your own fringe for your jackets and things. So, hey, I'm finding stuff that even Beth doesn't know she's got up there.
Yeah, I didn't know we had leather. S124 is 45 cents. I mean, it'd be good for like Santa sack. Oh, you know what
Santa
I
sack.
think it? OMG, look at this. You could literally add this onto your quilts and couch it down. Look at how fun that would be to just like put that on your design and couch it down.
It actually be pretty nice on some of your panel
Yeah.
panel embellishments too.
Ooh, I like that.
Because that will go really well on the sunflower stems.
Yeah, Terracotta. He was definitely disowned. He's lucky I didn't know it was him, or I might have gotten out the voodoo doll. S124 is 45 cents a yard. Yeah, Stephanie, he's resourceful. I know, poor Bob. He gets blamed for everything. Barb says when she worked in a high school nurse's office, they kept twine in the office for kids whose pants were in need of a hoist. Well, I'm just saying, Devin's 21. His pants shouldn't need a hoist. And then he didn't just borrow my shoelace. He borrowed it and threw it away because he didn't need it anymore. Well, what about the next time you come in and you need a shoelace?
I was going to take another shoelace.
Well, I took they're in the motorhome now. They're not in the shop bathroom. Okay, 75 cents a yard. This is red elastic, 1/4 inch, I believe. Red elastic. S128 is 75 cents a yard. S128 is 75 cents a yard. Sherry, he's cracking me up too, but it wasn't that funny at 6:16 when I was running late. I had 14 minutes to find some clothes and put my shoes on and drive. I still had to drive to where I was going. S128, 75 cents a yard. No good deed goes unpunished. That's what I get for taking the elderly folks for a hike. I hope Angie's not listening. S128 is 75 cents a yard. And then this is a really fun trim. I do like to put this, especially like on cheater panels. I'll stitch this in between the different blocks so it looks like I pieced it. S125 is 99 cents a yard. S125 is 99 cents a yard. Yeah, I'm sure Devin could have gone to the barn and found some extra twine.
I was here.
Well, maybe you should get some twine from the barn and bring it up.
No, I will bring him twine.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have plenty of twine.
S125 is 99 cents a yard. And then S126 is $9.95 a yard. It's a little bit stretchy, but if you're doing dolls, you only need a little piece. But it's lace, and then it's got can you see the rhinestones in there? You might have to iron the fabric so you can really see them. But it's got cute little rhinestones in the lace. So be careful when you sew it on. You can't just sew down the center of it or you'll hit the rhinestones. S126 is $9.95 a yard. 126 is $9.95 a yard. Hey, Kathleen, did you get home already? Or are you just watching at your friends? S104 is $2 a yard. S104 is $2 a yard for a great ropey. Here, we're just going to make that one. This, I think, is really good to tie up packages. We're going to make that $150 a yard today. $150 a yard. $150 a yard. And then we have a rat tail, which is another good thing to do tie up packages. Eleanor also used it for like doll legs and doll arms. So S119 is 69 cents a yard for rat tail. I'm not sure. Well, I know why they call it rat tail because it's skinny like a rat tail, but I'm not sure why they couldn't have found a better word for it. Oh, well, Kathleen, safe travels tomorrow. I know. I might have to steal his shoelaces just so he knows. But then he'd just be a whiner and be like, oh, I'm 3 hours late to work today, Mom, because I couldn't find my shoelaces. I'm just saying I wasn't even late to hiking. I got dressed, I found a different pair of shoes, got the dog in the car, even got a cup of coffee, I think, or that might have been the day I didn't get coffee. I'm not sure.
When was this?
Like 2 days ago.
Oh.
How long ago did you steal my shoelace?
I
haven't
a couple months ago.
Yeah, I haven't worn those shoes in a long time. But I thought, oh, I'll just try. My feet were hurting in my other hiking boots. So I'm like, oh, let me just.
Well, you had the other ones. I thought you would never use those ones again.
I rotate. Because we went.
Must be nice to have that.
8-mile hike on Sunday, and so my feet were hurting. Okay, S127 is $1.50 a yard. S127, this is a grosgrain with kind of a black flower stamped on it. S127 is $1.50 a yard. S127 is $1.50 a yard. And then 129 is great pumpkins. These are great on wine things or Christmas things. Just fun tea towels, all kinds of fun things you can use the pom-poms on. S129 is $2.50 a yard. S129 is $2.50 a yard for the pom-poms. And then I have 2 of these sets left. So if you want, they're called sample, it's called hand embroidery thread sample packs. Includes 5 sample size threads. So you get an 12 weight cotton, an 8 weight metallic, and a 12 weight variegated thread. And then there's 2 different threads in here, which I'm not sure what they are because I can't get in to read them. But you've got a beautiful teal color there. But just so you can try the different threads from Wonderfil before you buy a whole spool. So I have one of these in this color, S31. And then S32, I have green and teal, and then the 8 weight metallic. And then, and with the 8 weights and the 12 weights, I do run them through my Thread Magic so they don't shred. So here's a 12 weight, a 12 weight cotton and a 12 weight, two 12 weights. One's variegated, one's not. So if you want the sample pack, S32 is $8, and then S31 is also $8. Okay. Whoa, I'm gonna have to order some more of those sample packs. I'll see if they have more sample packs, and sometimes they do that like for a promotion at a show or something. So sometimes we luck out, and then sometimes they say sorry. So we'll try that. Hey, Gracie. Gracie just showed up.
You gotta help out to eat the food in this house,
Yeah,
okay?
that would say there's no food. There is really not. The selection is very slim. Okay, here is a thread stand. We have 3 of these June Taylor thread stands. This one is there's one little down here, it just keeps popping off the nail, but once you have it set in place, you can put it on your table. So a lot of times if you're doing a thread painting project, you can pull the colors that you're going to use on that thread painting project so that you're not kind of confused or, you know, wasting time digging through your threads all the time. You just go through, see what fabrics are in your project that you want to use, and then put them out so that you have them easy access. Or you can close the little stand here and then hang it on the wall. So you can hang it on the wall, or it has the legs for it to stand. We have 3 of these. S34 is $15. S34 is $15. So if you need a thread stand, these are really well made from June Taylor. And we got 3 of those thanks to Phyllis. Okay. Here, I'm going to save this. I know that's what you're waiting for. S33 is a wide back. It's a new wide back. We haven't shown it before yet. For some reason, when it got unpacked, it just got put with the wide backs with the plastic on it. So just in case you're into hummingbirds, I know hummingbirds are kind of hard to find, but I thought this goes great with the hand painted batiks we're going to be selling. So we're going to be doing an auction for those. S33 is $22 a yard. It is 108 inches wide. So it's a great price point. It's the equivalent of 2.5 yards that are 44 inches wide. So beautiful. This would be great. Even as a wide back, you can cut and do like a 10-inch squares throughout your quilt and then just use all your scraps in those colors. Great way to bust through your stash. S33 is $22 a yard. And wide backs are also great for borders because they're 108 inches wide. You're not having to piece your borders. They're great for borders, and they're great for bindings. Okay, so we do have, let's go to these real quick. So we did not even get halfway through the bucket of this. So we don't really know what the best way is to sell this, but just to give you ideas, this is what Joan used to do with these fantastic hand painted batiks. So here is, she just could like look at the batiks and she could see figures in them, or she could see trees, or she could she had an imagination like no other. And my sister Jody, I think, has stolen the rest of these quilts. Jody has like a whole series on her living room wall of these. But they're just kind of fascinating, a lot of thread painting, but that's kind of what she saw there, what she did with these batiks. And then here's another one that she used those great vibrant batiks on. So just to give you an idea, like in order to have the perfect fabrics so that you can do the perfect project, you have to stock up on good fabrics. So Joan was not afraid to have a ginormous stash, obviously. So we have inherited it. So these are all the hand painted fabrics she purchased at PIQF, Pacific International Quilt Festival. And back in the day, she was paying $30 a yard. I only know that because I couldn't afford to like shop in their booth, but I did do they had a yard of the month club, which I did do for a long time. So I have kind of this whole stash that she has here. I have my own. So So we're going to share this with you guys. So we're going to do it auction style because we only have one piece. I think that we've priced it at $15 a yard, basically. So if it's smaller pieces, we've kind of written it on there. So this is what this piece looks like. You really, I mean, it's beautiful. S136 is 33 inches by 15 inches. 33 inches by 15 inches, and the auction is starting at $4.69 a yard. So the auction is starting at $4.69. Doris did the math to the penny. I just rounded. S136, the auction is starting at $4.69. S136. You're gonna go to sleep now, Doris or Phyllis, because we got like a whole auction here. Okay, this one you just have to see it. It's so pretty. I did actually take a couple upstairs. S132 is 36 by 42, so it's basically a 1 yard piece. And the auction is starting at $14.32. $14.32. So if you love yellows and purples, what's kind of nice about this, if you're doing art quilts or if you're doing applique, you can get you can fussy cut, and you'll see some of the fabric Jones cut right out of the center. But you can get the bright vibrant colors, and then go down into like the more murky colors, and then get the yellows. So like for a flower, it would be perfect because you know that anywhere you cut on here, you can get different shading. So so you can get some of the muted colors, some of the bright colors, and then into the yellows. So S132, it's a 1 yard piece for $14.32. $14. Why are you laughing?
The price.
Oh, Doris is pricing. Doris is.
Hey, I figured it out to the square inch, then deducted for the holes.
Yeah. So if there is a piece cut out, she has deducted that price. So we're going to just put these here. I'm going to keep showing you. This one is 31 by 43 inches. It's 12 auction starting at $12.62. So this, if you're new to watching, this is kind of crazy. But we have S133. It's 31 inches by 43 inches, and the auction is starting at $12.62. $12.62.
I follow directions.
Yeah, don't put Doris in charge of anything because she is not gonna waver. Okay. S133 is starting at $12.62. And then we have some, these are border prints.
2 strips is in that one.
Okay.
Both different.
So
this is the only one that was different.
So you have this with the hand painted designs. And then this one is the same color palette, but it's a different one. So these are great for border prints or just to add into your projects. Sometimes you need them to be wider or you need them to be longer. These are great to add into your projects. So these two pieces, S135, 42 inches by 6 inches and 42 inches by 5 inches, are starting at $4.38. $4.38. Okay, and we only have, let's see. Jenny is 136. Oh, this beautiful one. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside, and then we'll give this to Jenny for $4.69. $4.69. Okay, here's one 38 inches by 43 inches. 38 inches by 43 inches for $15.47. $15.47. This is a beautiful one, but it's also another one that you could cut into rows. You could do a row quilt. So these are great to like pull from your stash, those colors, and then cut them into rows, or you could even cut it into a block. You could add it to a 3 1-yard quilt and then just pull colors from this to add as the go with it fabrics. S134 is starting at $15.47, and they are all hand painted batiks. They're very, I don't know if you guys are seeing it as well as we see it, but they're super vibrant. S134, S134 is starting at $15. It's 38 inches by 43 inches for $15.47. $15.47. And then we have these. When I used to actually get to sew what I wanted to sew before I had to do samples, I use these batiks all the time just because they blend so nicely. They gradate from one color to the other color. So for like applique, they're great. S130 is 28 by 44. The auction is starting at $11.67. $11.67. And let's see, what's the next one look like? Do you have any takers?
Yeah, that 134.
Oh, 134.
Is it $17?
Okay. 135. Okay, let's go back to 135
is the 2 cents.
Is Stephanie and Sharon at $5. Stephanie is at $7. Stephanie's at $7. Okay, Stephanie for $7. Get your top bids in, girls, because we got to move on. 134 is at $17.50. 134 is at $17.50. 134 is at $17.50. And 132. You can't read it, Devin, to see what the numbers are?
Not really.
Okay, nobody's bidding on 132.
Okay.
133. 133. No takers for 133 either. 134. 134 is Mary Men's for $17.50. Okay, let's put these numbers here in case somebody bids on it. Okay, those two are still available. 131 is 131 is a beautiful rust color. It's right up my alley. Oranges and purples. It could be Halloween or it could be fall. It's 36 inches by 42. So basically a yard, 1432. 1432 a yard. Also, if you kind of turn it this way, like this whole section here could be like peacock feathers. I don't know why that's what I see here. S131 is $14.32. They really just, they don't make fabric this deeply dyed, like this richly dyed. I have not seen in a long time.
$131, I'll bid.
Okay, Phyllis is bidding $14.32. $14.32. 131. Phyllis is bidding on. Okay, in case any of you want to bid on it. 133 and 131.
131's in your hands.
Okay, so Peggy is bidding. So Phyllis and Peggy are both bidding on 1-3. What? What?
I don't think Peggy bid on that. Suzette bid on that.
Oh yeah, yeah, she did. 131. Peggy and Phyllis. Suzette's at $15. Suzette's at $15. Peggy and Phyllis were at $15. Does anybody want to outbid Suzette? Okay, what do you want to bid, Phyllis?
$16.
$16. 131 is at $16. 131 is at $16. 133. This purpley blue one is at, I think we just have one. Peggy is at $12.62. The purple and blue one is at $12.62. 132 is at $20. Hey, Peggy, did you mean one? You weren't bidding on 132. So I think you mean 131. 131 is at $20. Phyllis, 131 is at $20. Okay. I think she's gonna give it to you, Peggy. Peggy D for $20. 133 is at $13. 133 is at $13. 133 is at $13. 132. 132. No, Phyllis didn't want it. Phyllis gave it up, Suzette. Phyllis was only willing to pay $16. S133 is at $13. 133 is at $13. And then 132, there's no bidders on.
And you have 130 up there.
What's 130?
That's
Oh,
the brown.
130
She's
is the
hiding
brown.
it.
I forgot about this one. Did I show it?
Yeah, you just.
130. Jackie's at $15. Jackie's at $15 for 130. Jackie's at $15 for 130. And then I'm going to show you. Try to keep me straight, girls. Try to keep me straight. S991. S991 is 2.5 yards, and we have it at $35. If nobody wants the whole 2 yards, we can cut it down. But if somebody does want the whole piece, it does have a print. It's purple. It is absolutely gorgeous. Purple and blue. And then on either of the ends, it has this border print on this end, and then it's just the purple and blue all the way across. And then on this end, it has the border print also. So it's 2.5 yards, and we have 2.5 yards. We have the auction S991 starting at $35. S991 is starting at $35. Obviously, you can tell which ones I did. I just did the simple math, $15 a yard, and estimated it. I hear it's close enough for government work and definitely close enough for fabric chicks. Okay, so this one is a little bit more, a deeper, richer blue. This one's kind of more of a muted blue.
Great.
Yeah, it's got more gray in it. Okay, let's see where we're at on the comments. 133 is at $15. 133 is at $15. 130 is Jackie for $15. 130 is Jackie for $15. Oh, you know what? They can't see Peggy's on, I don't think they can see Peggy's. So Peggy is bidding 133 on YouTube. Peggy is at $15. 133, Peggy's at $15. And Stephanie. So Stephanie and Peggy are at $15 for 133. S991 is at $35. And still no takers for the yellow and purple. Whoa. That's interesting. People don't like the combination yellow and purple. Okay.
But that's in nature very common.
Right. Okay, here's another fun one. 2 yards, 16 inches by 40 inches wide. So almost 2.5 yards, 40 inches wide. S78 is $33.33. $33.33. Wait, I'm going to have to open this because it's called Red Sea. Bold over batiks. You kind of have to open it to see really what you get. So it's kind of pink in the middle and then darker pink and reds. It's very varied. So, very interesting. S78 is 2 yards, 16 inches. by 40 inches wide. The auction is starting at $33.33. Okay, bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Peggy D says she'll take yellow and purple.
Okay, yellow and purple at whatever price it says. Perfect, Peggy. I know if you guys have ever been in this booth in, I've really only seen them at Pacific International. Cause well, mainly they had a booth across from me, so that's how Joan and I got hooked on these hand painted fabrics. S78. S78 is 2 yards, 16 inches, 40 inches wide, 33.33. And let's see, S991 for the 2.5 yards is going to Barb S for $35. S133, S133.
Stephanie and Peggy will be.
Yeah, 133. 133 is at $15. Peggy is at 15 on YouTube, and then Stephanie is at 15 on Facebook. 130, I think's already gone, Jackie.
Yeah.
You might have won it. I'm not sure. Okay.
Jackie already has it.
Jackie, you already won it. You already own 130, Jackie. S74 is 39 inches wide, 1 yard by 6 inches, $15.51. S74 is 1 yard and 6 inches. So it opens up like, hang on a second, I'm going to open it up because some of them are so varied. S74 is 39 inches wide, 1 yard, 6 inches. So that's another one that makes a great, like a row quilt or a border print. If you're doing any challenges for your guild, these would be great ones. Nobody's going to have anything like this. S74. Also, if you're doing like a more manly quilt, I think these could definitely be more manly. They just have a lot more options. S74 is, I gave up on 133. Okay, Peggy, 133 is going to Stephanie for $15. S74 is 1 yard and 6 inches by 39 inches wide. So it's basically a yard because if you take the extra 6 inches and put it in the width, but I'm sure they cut it that way so that you get the rows, I'm guessing. $15.51. $15.51. It's at $16. S74 is at $16.
Bidders on number 78.
And no bidders on 78 for the black and pink. Here's another fun one. S77 is 2 yards, 6 inches, 42 inches wide. So 4 inches. This one's really kind of perky. How many times have we unfolded these and folded these today to measure them?
4.
So that's a fun one. And it's kind of got rows too. Literally you could cut these into 10-inch blocks and then just go with it fabrics, get rid of your stash, but it's still going to be beautiful because you got a beautiful print to work from. S77 is 2 yards, 6 inches, $31.02. S77 is 42 inches wide, 2 yards and 6 inches, $31.02. Don't be bidding $31 now, girls. $31.02. Well, you know that if you have Doris do a job, it's going to be done very accurately. Okay, so we do have some go with it fabrics. We didn't cut these down, but if nobody bids on them, we can cut them into 1 yards and 1/2 yards. So S77 So these are the speckled fabrics. I don't really need to open them up because they're kind of the same. They're called speckled, hand painted, and 100% cotton. 2.5 yards. So some of this must have been used from that. So it is currently 2 yards and 9 inches, 42 inches wide, 2 yards and 9 inches for 32.22. So these are just great go with it fabrics. You can see that they go with all of these fabrics. S71 is 1 yard 35 inches for $25.98, 44 inches wide. So if you need some good go with it, like look at how pretty those two right there. You could have some fun right there with those. But we've got more, don't worry. S73 is 2 yards and 9 inches. The auction is starting at $32.22. $32.22. And then S71 is 1 yard and 35 inches. The auction starting at $29.58, 44 inches wide. And then we have, ooh, this one's a pretty, okay, this one is S76, 2 yards, 22 inches, 44 inches wide, $39.17. $39.17. 2 yards, 22 inches, S76 is $39.77. That is really beautiful. S76, sorry. And you've got burgundies and blacks and browns and yellows, and purple, fuchsia. It's just kind of, I mean, if you're doing art quilts, this kind of gives you options because a lot of times you just need a little bit for appliques. So like you could use these, the fuchsias, and then you could do something with the different color. Like you don't have to use all the colors in one project. You can just use the colors that you need. S76 is 2 yards and 22 inches. 2 yards and 22 inches. The auction is starting at $39.17. $39.17.
See, I didn't round it up to 40.
I know.
So they
I probably would have rounded it to 39. But every penny counts here at Fabric Chicks. Okay, let's see if we can close up some of these so we can make more room on the table. This is S76. Okay, you have 2 S76s. Well, it's okay, Mary, because it's auction, so we're putting
the name on it.
the names on it. So that first 76 is already gone. Doris said that we might be pulling from two different piles. So who knows? But for the auctions, it's okay because we actually put your names on the individual pieces. Okay, so S74, I've got Mary Men's for Mary Men's $16. S76. Whoa, Mary S76 was the other 76. Look and see if you have a 76 over there. This 76 is starting at $39.17. So this is S76 is 2 yards and 22 inches, starting at $39.17.
I don't have a 76 in this pile.
Doris says she does not have another 76 in the already done pile. So I don't know where the second number would be, Mary. Which other one was a 76? Injed.
She says 77 for my 76.
Oh. She doesn't want 76. She wants 77. So I don't think we have 276. We have 76, 77. Doris was doing these numbers. So every once in a while, I'm confused too, Mary. Okay, S77. She wants that one for $32.
Yeah, right now.
And then we have S71 if you need some go with it fabrics. 73 is for the blue turquoise. And then here, this one is a fantastic one. S80 is 2 yards, 16 inches, 44 inches wide for $36.67. $36.67. We like to keep you on your toes, okay, girls? So this is what it's got, some beautiful teals and purples and blues. It would be kind of a fun jacket, actually. You could.
Some of these would make great in the
Clothing. Yeah, I'm thinking clothing.
They're into that.
Yeah. Don't do like this, I was told. You don't want to do like this because you don't want to make your hips even wider than they already are. You want to go up and down so that you look slick and tall, slender and tall. Okay, Devin, that's your tip of the day. Don't put stripes across your rear end. S80 is 2 yards and 16 inches for $36.67, 44 inches wide. And you want to fold that up? I'll show them the next one. Here's another one of those crazy ones. 2 yards, 16 inches, 44 inches wide, $36.67. This one kind of is like fiery. So that's what this one looks like. Here, that's what this one looks like. Kind of fiery. S79. It probably has a name. Some of them have names. Nope, that just says Bold Over Boutiques. S79 is 2 yards and 16 inches for $36.67.
Trying to do flame.
$36.67. Yeah. And they kind of look like they'd be good like Halloween projects too. They're kind of fun colors. I don't know what Joan was thinking with these. Okay, here's one. I think this is a different company, so we'll hold on to that one. This one and these I think are different companies. So here's another one, 2 yards, 2 inches by 22 inches. So 22 inches wide by 2 yards and 2 inches, $15.42. S112. S112. Oh, that one's a pretty one. S112. Oh, it's very tie-dye-ish. Look at all those circles, those swirls. There's some fun swirls in there. S112. S112 is 2 yards, 2 inches by 22 inches, $15.42. $15.42. S112. And this would be, I think it'd be a great tote bag for like a teenager. S112. 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 And
Mary asked the question.
Mary asked, can I get 1 yard each of the green and blue with it? Yes. Yeah, Mary, I don't think anybody else bid on them. So you can definitely do 1 yard. 1 yard, Mary. And then 1 yard, Mary. Okay, S71 and 73 are still available minus 1 yard. S112. This beautiful one is at $16. S112 is at $16. S76 is at $39.17. It's 2 yards and 22 inches. S78.
Who does it go?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Wait. S7. No, that was the confusion. Okay, yeah, it doesn't go to anybody.
No.
S78 is this beautiful one. We're going to put it aside for now. S80, no takers on these stripy ones. S80, S79.
I don't think you showed. Did you show that one?
I haven't shown this one yet. So S112, we have Peggy on YouTube at $16. Peggy is on YouTube at $16. S75 is 1 yard 6 inches and it's 34 inches wide. And it is another one of those border prints. So they use this design quite a bit, just in different colorways. So this is a really bright, pretty one. And there is no right or wrong to the fabric. So both sides are pretty. I can't tell the difference in the sides. S75 is 1 yard 6 inches, 34 inches wide. It's at $13.52. So it's almost a yard. Actually it is a yard if you take that extra 6 inches and put it the other direction. So it's 34 inches wide, but it's 1 yard and 6 inches the other direction, whichever direction that is. S75 is for this kind of bordery print. S75. And then we have these are all in the package deal. 4 panels, 44 inches by 6 inches. So these are pre-cut panels. So these are, let's see. These are the border prints where they pre-cut them so that you get 4 of Devin's texting, so we'll wait till he's done.
Sorry, I mean, I didn't know how long we were going to do this for. I mean, I only spent the whole afternoon getting ready.
Oh, Devin's like, we haven't even started. Okay, we'll save the rest. We're going to save the rest for Monday.
Are you
okay.
Anything with anything under?
No.
Okay.
Okay, wait, we're putting these away. We're saving them for
Or we
Monday.
could just keep doing this, and then you could text Becky, and then I don't need to come in early tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Wait, hang on a second. We're going to put this away. So we're going to have part 2 of the hand-painted batiks for next week, okay? S75, we've got no takers. S112 is Peggy for 16. Peggy for 16. Okay, so these ones we might bring back maybe.
Because they went through the sale.
Okay, so we're done with this because Devin is irritated that
We might as well just keep going. You got 13 minutes.
What? We might have to go a little bit longer too.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't get paid by the hour
We
here.
have this new one that we haven't even done yet. Okay, Devin did metallic fabrics. The metallic fabrics he did by the yard, $10 a yard. By the collection, he did $9 a yard. So this is kind of our neutrally colors. You have one white with gold and then a silvery light color. So this collection is S100. 1 yards are $63. Half yards are $31.50. Fat quarters are $26. Devin must be scheduling a date for later, I think.
Gym later.
Okay, this is the turquoise and blue colors. Turquoise and blue colors. And these are all metallics. I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer, but they're really beautiful. $9 a yard in the collection. So S100 is 70. S101, there's 8 in this collection. $72 for 1 yards. Half yards are 36. Fat quarters are 30. So
Yeah, you got 3 Sharpies over there, and you couldn't find one that could write.
I threw away 2 Sharpies today. Okay, I'm doing the best I can do. Okay. Okay, then we have the green collection. So you've got these beautiful greens. S102 is $54 for 1 yards. Half yards are $27. Fat quarters are $22.50. And then you have the oranges. The oranges and a little bit of yellows, a beautiful copper color. S099. 1 yards are $63. Half yards are $31.50. Fat quarters are $26. And then we have a few bolts left. So we only have a few bolts left. We have a beautiful blue color. S96, $10 a yard. These are Kona cottons. S96 is $10 a yard. S95 is a Wowzer yellow, kind of a pear. I don't even know. What color is this? Chartreuse? Chartreusey yellow. S95. S94 is a great green. S94 is a great green. S98 is another kind of sagey green. S98. S97 is kind of an icy green. I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but it's kind of like an icy winter fresh green. S85 is a great kind of flesh tony beige color, pale skin color, S85. A more peachy color, S86. S86. S87 is a great charcoaly color, and S88 is a beautiful lemon color. S88. If we're going too fast for you, you can always go back and rewatch this. You can order these through the weekend. S89 is another kind of a green color. A sagey, yeah. Sagey, but gold.
Yeah.
It's kind of a goldy sage. S90 is a gray. S90 is a gray. S91 is that light silver color, but it looks almost water. I mean, almost white. And then S92, can I do pull fat quarters in the shimmer fabrics? Yes. Suzette, you can do anything you want to do. I have no idea what you're asking, but yes, you can. S93 is a great silver. S93 is a great silvery color. S93 is a great silvery color. And we do have a sale special. This is a Michael Miller. It's a fantastic stripe. Oh, I forgot to do the collections again. Okay, well, just in case you guys need S16 is $8 a yard. $8 a yard. This would be a great backing. Or like a border print. I mean, it's always a good border print. It's just a fun print. $8 a yard. Right from here and there. I think Suzette's been drinking.
She's saying a little from here and there.
Oh, yeah. Sure, Suzette, you can do whatever you want. S16 is a fun print, $8 a yard, Michael Miller Fabrics. It's another one that you could do like a 10-inch square and then pull the fabrics from it, from your stash to make a scrappy quilt. You could do a 10-inch square and then log cabin your scraps around it to get rid of your stash. S16, beautiful. I love it. And then, okay, real quick, I'm going to save this for Monday, but real quick, because Devin did, here, I'm going to clean up those collections. S0101 is the blues and purples. S0101, 1 yards, half yards, fat quarters. We don't have a lot of these colors. We only have them in 1 yards and half yard cuts. So when you guys get your half yard cut bundles, that's going to be it for those. I mean, we're getting down to the wire. I think somebody put the heater on in here.
I want to turn on the air conditioner.
I'm like sweating. It's so
warm in here.
We didn't have on the air conditioner. It's 74 in here.
Oh my gosh, 74.
That's
I know.
Phyllis says it's cool. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Your thermometer is not working. A wild skirt. A wild skirt would be great. Or a jacket. I mean, it would even be cute. It would be cute to like do a strip of it and like sew it up the side of your jeans. I think there's a lot of stuff you could do with it. You could cut a wedge. You could do a wedge of it and sew it. You know how they're doing a wedge in your jeans. That would be cute too. And it's got black, so you could do all black jeans with a wedge of this. I think that might be cute. I have a pair of jeans that's almost flood. It's like they're like just long enough, but not really. So that might be cute to add that into the wedge. Okay.
Did you do?
Yep, here's the green. That's a S. It is a sweatshop, literally. Like, I think I might be having a hot flash. Okay, so the quilt that is behind us, that's the box we got and opened up earlier this week. I got it quilted at like 2:00 this morning, and I even attached the binding. I haven't sewn the binding onto the back, but I've got it attached. I like could not go to sleep. By the time I went to bed, I could like barely keep my eyes open, but I got it done. Okay, so S82 is for 4 1 yards. So if you buy the collection, it's at $12 a yard. So there's 4 1 yards of the what they're calling the ombre, which is the landscapey fabric. So this is the it basically you're gonna get the mountains, kind of the valley, the desert, and the ocean. So we have here, this is what a 1 yard piece looks like. We just did this as running yardage, not necessarily as panels, because you just never know how much you're going to need of it. So this is the ocean scene. This is the ocean scene. And it does go, a lot of you bought the ocean fabrics last time we had the ocean fabrics from Northcott. They totally coordinate with this ocean scene. So if you didn't get a panel of the ocean scene, because we did run out of it, now's your opportunity to get that. And then this is what the forest looks like. So this is basically like Lake Tahoe or any mountain scenes. Here's the mountain scenes. And then here is the valley, I believe. I guess is what you call this. This is the valley. Well, there's another desert one. Really? So this is more of a valley. And then this is the desert scene. I mean, it has cactuses. That's the desert. And this is the desert. So you could do one for every like season if you wanted, or your imagination is the only limits here. It would be kind of a fun challenge to do like a vest challenge, seasonal vest challenge. Well, it's not really seasonal, it's geographical landscape challenge. And then you the challenge would be how would you embellish it. So that is the collection for the main prints. There's 4 of them, S082. S082, it's $12 a yard, which is a really good price. $48 for the 1 yards, $24 for the half yards, $16.95. We're not doing fat quarters for this. Sorry, we're not doing fat quarters for this because then you would get only sky or only dirt. Yeah. So you can get half yards or 1 yards, okay? Or you can get any yardage you want when we show you the bolts. Then this is the collection that's broken up. I think we kind of did mountainy, desert, but look at how beautiful that desert scene is. So this is the Go With It fabrics, S084. There's 7 Go With It fabrics. And then this is more of the oceany one. The shells are really beautiful. You get a sky. So that is the oceany one. S83 is $60 for the 1 yards, $30 for the half yards. And you can get fat quarters out of these 2 collections. Just not the seams because it doesn't work as a fat quarter. So here are your Go With It fabrics. S01 is $13 a yard. S01 is $13 a yard. And then S04 is kind of a linear watery color. S03 is just a beautiful kind of flowery looking, kind of Monet-ish. S03. And then S05. Sorry, we had people shopping in these all day. So we had to take the tags off, put the tags back on. It was so exhausting. dealing with the public sometimes can be exhausting. S05. It actually was a great day. Yesterday was a fantastic day, though, because Sharon came to visit us. And here is, whoops, that beautiful cactusy landscape, S06. S06. S02 is the white bubbles. S02 is the white bubbles, kind of a go with it fabric. S08 is a green bubbles, and we already showed you the turquoise bubbles. So there's a kind of just blender fabrics. You can use them in any project, but they definitely go with these fabrics. And then S09 and S07. S07 would be great oceany fabric. It could be sky fabric also. Options are limitless. And then we have, let me do these three first, and then I'll do the ombre landscapes. So all of these fabrics are used in the quilt behind me. I personally think that the quilt behind me is too wide because they do these extra like transition blocks, which is really very innovative, but it ends up being 72 inches across. And most of us don't have a wall without windows that is 72 across. So if you do have a big wall that like is behind your couch, it might work perfectly. My house is mostly windows, so I personally wouldn't really have any place to hang it. I like not even in my hallway because it like circles up. Anyways, here is S11. It's trees and sky. I think it really goes like this, or maybe like this. I think like that. S11 is mountainy trees. S13 is beautiful seashells. S13, and we will show this to you guys again at a slower speed, but it's kind of nice just to know what we do have here in the shop. Here's a beautiful sky, S14. S14 is a beautiful sky. I do kind of like the idea of doing a jacket challenge using any of the landscapes. I think it would be fun to embellish. Uh-oh, Gracie's here. Gracie wants to know why we're running late.
No, I just had to pee.
Oh, okay. So this is the landscape that has the desert scene on it. We showed it to you earlier, but this is the one that has the desert scene on it, S81. S81 is the desert scene. S15 is the ocean scene. If you just want yardage and you don't want the whole collection, S15 is the ocean scene. And then S10 is the mountain scene. So S10 is the mountain scene. So it's going to look like this one behind me. That one's the mountain scene. That one's the desert scene. Or this one's the valley scene. This one's the desert scene. And then that's the ocean scene. And then S12 is the valley scene. S12 is the valley scene. Is S11 in the mountain bundle? No. So in the mountain bundle, it's just the go with it fabrics. But Peggy, what we could do, Peggy, for you, we could pull out this blue and then put, let's see, which one is the mountain one?
This one. That's the one.
S11 is, but S11 is not the mountain scene that's in the quilt behind us. So S11 is this one. S11 is this one. It's the all over print. It's not the, just to keep it confusing. This is like the main panel. This is the main panel, and it is not in the bundle. So this one is, we could swap out the blue though for you, Peggy, and put it in there. But S11 is in the bundle. The ombre panels, we put all 4 of them into one bundle. Otherwise, you can get yardage. Okay, so that is, both of my kids are here and they're waiting for us to be done. So
Actually fine.
if you have you can go back and watch this last part that we did so fast. You can watch it again if you want. Otherwise, we will show it a different day. Or if you have questions, you can always call us and we can clarify it. But the videographer is getting ready to go work out at the gym, and so he's giving me the evil eye for running late. So join us on Monday. Monday we will have the rest of today's sale, and we will have I do have a demo ready for you, and I have a pile of giveaways here too. So join on Monday. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being so patient in our craziness. We love you guys. Have a good night.